What are they? Olympic swimmers? I don't think so. Let's find out as we read today's book. Protozoa, a Real Science for Kids book by Rebecca Woodbury, PhD. Protozoa are tiny creatures. Protozoa are too small to see with the eyes only. The little mouse says, "I'm happy that we are not that tiny." Yes. Do you see them over there? Hey, we are here. We are much too small to be seen. Anton von Leeuwenhoek discovered protozoa in pond water. Leeuwenhoek looked through a microscope to see the protozoa. A microscope is a tool that makes tiny things look bigger. "I want to look," says the little mouse. Wow, tiny creatures are swimming in the pond water. There are thousands of protozoa with different shapes and sizes. "Look what you can see with a microscope," says the little mouse. Protozoa have funny names. Find out how to say their names. Look in the back of this book. Thanks, little mouse. If you look on the right side, you see a long blue protozoa. This protozoan is called a paramecium. The green one, this one, is called a euglena. And then this glob at the bottom, this protozoan is called an amoeba. Protozoa live in water and move in different ways. "We can swim. Can you?" asked the little mouse. "Ready, set." A euglena swims by twirling a long tail called a flagellum. A paramecium swims by wiggling tiny hairs called cilia. An amoeba crawls along a surface by using false feet. "Are your feet real?" asked the little mouse. "I think so." If you look on the other page, you see the false feet, sort of dangling areas. And you see the false feet get longer as the amoeba moves. And then the false feet shrink as the amoeba moves. So it reaches out, stretches, and pulls it in. And here, we thought he was just a blob. Protozoa need to eat. "Do you think they eat cheese?" asked the little mouse. "Maybe." Euglena use sunlight to make their own food. Euglena have an eye spot that can see light. The eye spot tells the euglena where to find sunlight. On the bottom left, the eye spot sees light. On the bottom right, the eye spot does not see light. A paramecium uses cilia to sweep food into its mouth. If you see here, it's got its mouth, the swirling water, the wiggling cilia putting that food into its mouth, and then out comes the digested food on top. Amoebas catch food with their false feet. See that little green guy? He's the food. The false feet get longer and surround the food. The food is captured. Yum, yum, yum. Protozoa live, swim, and eat, even though they are tiny. An amoeba crawls using false feet. A euglena swims by twirling its flagellum. Paramecium swims by wiggling its cilia. Paramecia use cilia to capture food. Amoebas use false feet to capture food. Euglena use their eye spot to find sunlight to use to make food. Here we have a pronunciation key, how to say science words. Amoeba, Anton von Leeuwenhoek, cilia, cilium, euglena, flagella, flagellum, microscope, paramecia, paramecium, protozoa, protozoan. Now, what questions do you have about protozoa? Ask your teachers, your parents, and do some of your research. And keep on learning. This is a great book from Real Science for Kids. That's the end. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe.